Good afternoon. This is Bob from Trade Genius. It's the 9th of June, a Thursday, and I wanted to just go through some charts with everybody and just talk maybe a little higher level. And I'm going to start off with SPY, and today is a day that normally gets sold off pretty hard. It's the week before options expiration on a Thursday, and it did sell down to open, but it immediately caught support, and they pushed it up pretty much most of the day. It was still a down for the day, but marginally. And if you look on my momentum side, is the momentum's just still rock solid. The intensity is still there, and it's you know there's nothing in it that says sell yet. We are, if you look at the wedge that's formed right here and here, it's still inside this wedge. They're just taking it all the way to the end. You know, Going into next week, we'll see what happens with the Fed. They may just blow right through the top of this thing, and or it just drops out of the wedge. So, but we are way above the value of, if you look at volume weighted average price, and so we're definitely overvalued. But what can you do? The market has a bid right now, and I guess they have a target in mind, which is the high. So let's let it get there. Going on to my second favorite to trade, is XIV, and it pushed down as you would expect for a Thursday before options expiration, and it actually flashed a sell, but the intensity is still at 95. So my expectation is that after either tomorrow, if not tomorrow, but sometime on Monday, but definitely by Tuesday, people who wanted to take a hedge positions are going to be in it, and you're going to see XIV turn around. It always releases before the Fed meeting, even regardless of what they do. So we're gonna make some money on this trade, and we're in it. We got in it today at 32.25 area for a swing, and we'll see if we get paid on it here. But I'm in no hurry to sell it, and if it goes down any, I'll probably add two. But as you can see here too, even this is way above the average price where people are buying. So the market's definitely overbought. Going into oil, we had actually a little crack today in oil, which was interesting to me. And let me move this over so you can see a little bit better. But it was still bid up, a green candle, even though it was down for the day. And but what I find interesting is I like to see some follow through on this momentum. But the intensity's still there, the bid's still there. But my expectation is that going into July, for the last 5 years, oil has suffered a 20% or greater reduction in price anywhere after May 1st through the end of August. And so we're due. This is bid up. We bid this thing up a double, since the lows, and we're coming out of driving season as the market looks forward. And so I expect that we'll see weakness again. So it's probably a good risk reward to start taking a position in oil, even if you have to ladder into it. And looking at gold, which was interesting today, is that this chart looks bueno. It's just pushing up, and we've had some great trades here at Trade Genius on this. We got in on this move early, and we rode this up with options, and we had a 300% day, and then we were sitting here with futures, and we got paid again, and now I'm just sitting back, and it could keep getting bid up on gold, but I'm playing it a different way, and I'm going to get to that right now. And so looking at the minor, and my expectation is that, and even if they try to sell this down, because we're a little gappy here, is that I think gold's going to go. I think the market's going to understand that Yellen and the Fed can't continue to tighten. They'll just destroy the economy, and they're not going to do that, especially since they don't want Trump in office. And in Hillary's their pick is that they're going to try to make this as benign as possible, and they rather bleed out with a little inflation versus causing a debt deflation collapse for before the election. They'll let that happen afterwards. And if we look next is on GDX is give this a second here to pop up. GDX looks a little bit like the gold chart, and GDX is looking pretty good. And actually, I had a buy signal on GDX today. We bought it at 26 between 26.10 and 26.15, and it's moving up. So our buy signals are on hourly or on a 4 hourly. We're looking at a daily chart here, but we've been in, and those are doing a longer swing have been in, and the miners look good. And my favorites are AG. And AG has just been a rock. SLW we own. SLW has been great. We bought EXK a couple days ago, and it popped. And we bought AXU today, and we're up on that as well. And so we're positioned pretty well on the miners, and so we're just going to let them go. The charts look good, and they're getting bid. I think people are truly understanding, what's going to happen here. So that's kind of what we're doing and how we're playing it, and we're just going to keep an eye on it. I'll talk a little bit more food in a report later this week or this weekend, but we've had some tremendous moves in the food space. A little profit taking on it today, but that's just an opportunity for us to get in at some lower prices. We did take profit on wheat and coffee short term, and we're thankful for an opportunity to get back in. Big money's finding food, so we're gonna the speculators are gonna drive this thing. So we want to be in, and so we're gonna hop back on the futures market, but we maintained our positions with the ETFs. But I'll talk more about that later. You guys have a great night, and look forward to talking to you again sometime this weekend. Bye bye.